Hey everyone, Mark Feldman here. Today I want to talk to you about career success and different ways of pursuing it. Mostly I'm talking to musicians who are looking to achieve a high level of success, whether that means playing on a lot of records or touring with high level artists. This is for you. And if you are already sold on the new paradigm of the internet as being a way of pursuing success, this might not be for you, because if you're already sold on the fact that you can make great headway by using online, and if that's the case for you, feel free to watch the next video. But I believe there's still many people out there who are hanging on to an old method of pursuing success. And I have been guilty of it myself until recently. Although I have incorporated online into what I'm doing for more than a decade now, I also still, for a very long time, pursued the model that if you want to be successful as a musician, you've got to take every gig, you've got to be playing in the clubs at night all the time, and the theory behind that is that someone may see you, or you may meet someone, and they'll see you play, they'll hear how good you are, they'll talk to you, they'll see they get along with you, they'll realize you're a good person, easy to get along with, and there might be a gig, and that gig will lead to another gig, and so on and so forth. Now, I'm not saying that that method doesn't work, because it does, but I'm saying that this method, this old school method of playing in clubs every night, taking every single gig, and working your ass off, literally, especially as a drummer, you're hauling your gear. If you're in a major city, you got to find a place to park, which is no small feat often. You've got to learn 50 songs for a 3-hour show. You've got to rehearse. You've got to do the show. You've got to get home. It's a lot of work. And there's an easier way. The easier way is get your playing out there on YouTube or another platform, whatever your platform of choice is. I'm not going to get into the specifics of that here, but it is a much more efficient way to get your name out there and be heard and be seen and still achieve success. And there are some really good examples of people who have done this. There's a few drummers I have in mind who I'll mention. The most recent example, and you should know I'm recording this in early June 2022, but it was recently announced that the great drummer Annika Niles is going to be touring with Jeff Beck on his next tour. So that's a pretty major announcement. And Annika has been working really hard for quite some time. She's amassed a very big following here on YouTube, and her social media presence is definitely super strong. But she's also a great player. She's obviously put in a lot of work. She's studied really hard. I know she's worked with Klaus Hessler a lot. I believe he's been a mentor to her. She's a really good drummer. So social media isn't really a shortcut. You've got to be good. But here's a really great example of someone who has taken that route and has gotten a gig that old schoolers would think of as a heavy gig with a huge artist. So she's just one example, but there are many others like her. So for me, rather than play in the clubs every night and haul my stuff all over the place, I'm focusing more on that. And to focus on it, there actually is a whole other level of discussion. But if you are someone who has been thinking about it and thought, oh, I can't do that, I'm not good on camera, or I don't know how to get people to see my videos and all that, you should realize that there are a lot of ways to explore success there. There are people who can help you. You can read books. There are people who can coach you on social media who know what they're doing and can help you build a following. So I'm digging into those things myself, but the point I'm making is, which I think I've probably pounded it into the ground by now, you don't have to kill yourself anymore. Be efficient, be smart, consider the platform on social media which is the best one for you. Consider the strategies and details of how to dive in deeply to that and build the level of audience that will help you get seen at a really high level. Because that's another way you can get what you want. If you want to tour with Sting or Jeff Beck or some other huge artist, you don't necessarily have to play in clubs in New York City every night in order to get there. There's another way for you to consider. And so for all of you old schoolers, maybe people who are closer to my age, who've been hanging on to that model, think about being open-minded enough to consider this alternative as a way to truly be successful with less of the kind of back-breaking effort that it takes to plan 50 bands and haul your gear all over town and work your ass off, because it might not be necessary. That's all I'm saying. That's the new model. I hope you found this helpful. I'm Mark Feldman, and I'll see you in the next video. By the way, if you found this helpful, please press the like button. Please press the subscribe button. Please leave comments. I answer all comments. Ask any questions you want, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.